things that are meant for you in life will arrive with certainty and clarity and should feel settling in your nervous system. If you feel confused or like you've got to do some sort of interpretive dance to figure out, like if someone's giving you mixed signals or mixed messages, or you just don't understand what's going on, that usually means it's not for you. At least that's my interpretation of what I've experienced in life. I feel like you have to get so laser focused and clear on what you want in life so that you kind of just become like a magnet for it, so that all the things that you desire in your life and that your heart really, really wants and yearns for, those will come to you, but in divine timing, all of that good stuff. But it shouldn't cause like anxiety or stress in your nervous system. It should feel calm and peaceful. And yeah, I guess this is something that you can transfer over to relationship dynamics. I've mentioned probably on my social media before that I've been through a huge journey over the past few years of losing friends and having to reevaluate where I'm at in life. And I do believe that every time you sort of are leveling up or increasing your level of consciousness, life shakes things up for you big time. And so sometimes it's not even that the person that you maybe are not connected with it's not that they're a bad person. Maybe there's just no alignment anymore. Maybe you just have different views on life. You have different goals in life and you're just going in different directions. And that has happened to me a couple of times. But something that I've always been able to feel though is that like when you know something just isn't in alignment anymore, you can kind of feel it. It's like, something feels off. And I guess this ties into the concept of trusting your intuition or your gut instincts. I think sometimes people assume, because I know I'm very intuitive, but I think sometimes people project, oh, she's intuitive, but I'm not. And I just want to remind you that everybody is. We all just maybe are perceiving things and interpreting things in different ways. But it is important to develop this skill. Just like you, if you wanted to learn to ride a bike or increase your weights at the gym or whatever you're working towards, you have to practice. You have to slowly build it up over time. So if you are new to your intuition or trusting your gut instincts over just logically trying to like override everything and make a pro and con list, yeah, you kind of have to change your tune and try something new. And I guess what I would say to that is it's really about getting out of your head. And I mean, that might sound like common sense, but it's obviously not, because people don't do it enough. But ways you can do it which make it sort of, I guess, easier to drop into just really like tuning in and listening to your inner guidance, your inner compass, or that inner knowing or feeling where you're just like, yeah, okay, this is the decision I need to make, or this is the direction I want to go in, or this is a hell yes, or this is a hell no. And I feel like when you can operate from that place, life becomes a lot more effortless. You're not second guessing yourself. You're not questioning if you're doing the right thing or not. You're just sort of in a free fall, like, oh, well, I'll go over here now. I'll do this now. And I kind of feel like that's where I live my life now, where I just don't second guess myself anymore, which it feels really good on my nervous system actually. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I trust myself. Like everything's all good. I trust the universe. I trust that I've got like spirit guides. I trust I've got guardian angels. And yeah, I think, it's a beautiful place to be able to get to. But if you are doubting that those things exist, or maybe you feel disconnected from those, try and lean into it. Be curious, be open-minded that maybe those things do exist. Maybe you do have so much unconditional love surrounding you. Maybe those beautiful birds that you see, or the different messages or symbols that you feel like you receive from the universe, maybe they are actually confirmation or guidance for you on your path. I have experienced it many times over the years where I have felt like I don't belong here, I don't want to be here anymore. And yeah, I really struggled with feeling like I'm like an alien on this planet and that I don't fit in, and that, you know, I keep going to these psychiatric wards, and it's super traumatic. And, you know, there's only so much you can take before you're like, what am I even doing here? So I do know very intimately that feeling of just kind of being at your wit's ends, where you're like, I don't want to do this. But I think that's when leaning into some type of faith and leaning into a connection with a higher source. You know, you don't necessarily have to be religious or even spiritual. These are just sort of labels that we give things. But if you can just know in your heart and feel into your heart, like let yourself cry, let yourself listen to music that makes you emotional, or read books or poetry that really pulls at your heartstrings. I feel like when you allow yourself to connect to those aspects of yourself and just feel into like, oh wow, like life isn't always all as terrible as I might be perceiving it. Yeah, like I know in my heart and I feel all around me that I'm like so divinely supported and so divinely loved, and I want you to feel that as well. Yeah, so I guess if the only thing I can share today is that if you're in a really dark place at the moment, or you're really struggling and you just don't see how life is going to improve for you, maybe it's time to lean into having a bit of faith in the universe, having a bit of faith that good humans exist out there, that you are being guided, and that if things are crumbling in your life, or you feel like you're going through some like crazy roller coaster where you're like, why do I keep getting setback and setback and setback? Can you try and reframe it and realize, maybe the universe is getting rid of all of these roadblocks to give me what my heart wants. You know, you got to sometimes chisel out that little heart, get all the gunk off of it so that you can, be in alignment with what you actually want in life. And you might be lying to yourself, pretending that you don't want certain things. So I guess time will tell.